For every life change, we have a dedicated writer that is responsible for finding experts in that particular life change category, performing interviews with them, but very specifically on the first 30 days of that specific change, whether it's getting out of debt, whether it's losing weight, whether it's losing a parent. So really every life change has a dedicated writer. They are responsible for creating 30 days of tips, which is the very best information that they found, aggregated from other sources, other books, other websites, other experts. They themselves have certainly been through that life change, so they are an expert themselves. The mix on the site, really, what I've found is when people go through change, some people gravitate towards the experts. Like some people are like, I need the authority, I need the credibility, I need to know that they've been through it. And some people gravitate towards, I want to know from other people who've been through it. The woman who runs our community actually used to run the community for About.com. And the idea is to find sort of expert contributors in the community that are passionate about the subject, that know a lot about it, that are most likely have experienced that subject, and get them to become change mentors, get them to become a change leader for that particular community where they are responsible for asking and answering questions that the community are bringing up. We started with 50 subjects. And we chose them really based on, well, what are life's most stressful moments? What are the most challenging times? But also, what are the inspirational changes that people want to move towards? We're not in any way a crisis site. We've got the first 30 days of using Facebook. We've got the first 30 days of going green. We have the first 30 days of living spiritually. So it's really like there's a real breadth to it. What we want to hone into is just getting people good at change, getting people comfortable at change, where it's not just about information, it's also about the result and getting people going to the other side of that. I named it the first 30 days more as a metaphor to help people get started. It's not a 30-day plan. Your plan is different than mine. The way you will go through a change is different than mine. So it's not 30 days and here you are, you're cured. But what we found is that in the first 30 days, that's when people are stressed, that's when there's too much information, it's when they've got to make some pretty difficult decisions or make some choices. And it's a period of time that's sufficient for people to feel that they can get through a change. 30 days is a chunk of time where you can and you will see progress, and you'll have sort of the foundation to keep you going throughout the rest of the change. We certainly don't disappear after 30 days. We do a 30-day email program where we handhold people through the first 30 days. The community aspect, from having people share their tips, share their stories, share their advice, definitely continues sort of way beyond the first 30 days. And there's another thing that we have too for people who are not specifically in a life change. We have something called everyday change tips. And the everyday change tips are for people who want to make small changes in their life, but not specifically in one area. So you can sign up to that, and it's sort of a daily reminder of something that you might want to change in your life.